switch me on.
Hey everybody, welcome back to the Proton Pack is Not a Toy. My name is Matt, and I've got a few things to cover today, but I want to start off by saying thank you to everyone who has subscribed to the channel. Over the last week, I hit 1,000 subscribers, which is a huge deal. Even Jay from Geek Dad Life said, welcome to the Comma Club. Having that fourth digit on your list of subscribers really kind of changes things in the YouTube community, and so thank you so much for just giving me your time, watching the videos, commenting, and being supportive. It means a lot to me, and I appreciate you guys for being along for the ride, and I hope to be able to provide you a lot more content going forward in the future. If you're new to the channel, do me a favor and go back and watch some of my older videos. The Proton Pack Detective series was a popular one when that one came out. A lot of work and detail went into that, and I've got something kind of in the works going forward in the next couple of months to kind of add to that, so be on the lookout for that. The next thing I want to talk about is the HasLab Proton Pack project. It's got a longer name than that. You guys know what it is. It needed 7,000 backers. It got 3 times the amount it needed and hit all of the unlockable tiers for the extra stuff. Wasn't really in it for all the extra stuff, but to me it had to have the hose. I didn't actually support it until it hit 9,000 backers, so that I would 100% know that it was going to have that connection hose so that you can use the Spengler's Neutronal Wand with the new pack that will come out. And the stand was the other thing that I was really excited about, just because I like the look of it. And with, was it 21,000 and change on the backers, they earned $8.6 million just in the $399.99 that everybody put into it. So they've got plenty to fund it and hopefully give us some really cool products for us to enjoy. For me, it's going to be my Ghostbusters Afterlife pack. If you watch the channel, you know that I already have a prop replica that's geared toward Ghostbusters 2 that's fully built with lights and sounds and everything, and I'm working on a Max Factory shell. Once those parts start rolling in, that will be my Ghostbusters 1984 version, and I'm excited about that, and that's going to take a lot of time and work to build that. So that's the reason that my Hasbro pack will be just my Ghostbusters Afterlife pack. That way I won't have to build anything else, you know, collecting all the parts. All I'm going to do is just add the right straps and the Alice frame and maybe tinker with some of the other details on it. But that's going to be my Ghostbusters Afterlife version Proton pack. So excited to add that to the family of Proton packs as it would be. And kind of stinks that we do have to wait maybe another 18 months because spring 2023 is when it's supposed to arrive. At this point, we should be good at waiting, right? As Ghostbusters fans, it seems like we waited forever for Ghostbusters Afterlife to come out. Not only the 30 years, but just the delays and everything that was involved with. So it's kind of part of what we are at this point. Is we get done waiting for one thing, we get to wait for another. So hopefully the time will go by quickly, and by the time that we receive that Proton pack, maybe they'll be in the works on another movie. That would be kind of my hope. But aside from that excitement, I've gotten a few things in the mail lately, and I kind of wanted to talk about the disappointment and incompleteness of some of the things that I've recently bought. Before I get to that, I did get this shirt. This is something I'm not disappointed with. I like to get shirts that are Ghostbuster shirts, but fringe Ghostbuster shirts in a way, and so this Clippard Mini-Matic t-shirt showed up when I was looking for a Ghostbuster shirts on TeePublic. I like to get some shirts there every now and then that are when they have the 35% off sales, and sometimes I like the ones that really don't even say Ghostbusters on it, but to me a Clippard shirt is definitely a Ghostbusters shirt, and you'll see why I'm wearing this one here in a minute. but I had to add this one to my collection. One of the things I was disappointed about, if you watched my last video about the flight suit that I bought from Magnolia Clothiers, material's great, everything about it I was pretty happy with, except it was supposed to come with the Moogly patch on the arm, and it didn't come on the arm or in any pockets or in the shipping envelope or anything. It didn't come at all. And so I did reach back out to the sales manager at Magnolia Clothiers and said, hey, this didn't show up, here's some pictures, you can help me out. And he was nice about it and said, yeah, we'll send one out to you. And I said, will that include any tracking information? And he said, yes, as soon as we send it out, you'll get that information. I have not received any tracking information yet, so I'm still in a holding pattern on having that suit finished off. And it's one where I could buy another patch and put on there, but I feel that the patch was supposed to come in it, and so that was something that I had kind of worked into the financial commitment to this. The patch is included, and so that kind of would consider that, you know, $10 or $15 worth of what I was paying for the suit itself. So waiting for that one to come in before I make any decisions on which patch I actually put on the shoulder, but it's most likely going to be the one that they send me, assuming it doesn't look like trash. Another thing that I bought on eBay, I have some things set up to do some searches and give me alerts when certain things I'm looking for are available, and I have a certain price range set for some clippered valves, the R701 and the 331s. I had one show up, I had an alert come up and said, hey, here's a R701 you need to check out. So I looked at the listing, the guy had 9 of them, and was asking $32.50, and I lowballed him just because why not, right? It said make an offer, so I threw $30 at him, and he said okay. So I probably should have bought 2 and should have been happy to pay full price for it, but I just did the one. The thing about clippered valves is the ones that are on the packs, the actual movie props from the first 2 movies, are different than what you buy brand new from the company today. You can, Clippard is still in business. You can still buy a R701 or a 331 straight from the company. You can also buy them on gbfans.com and obviously from eBay and places like that as well. The thing is, like I said, the ones from the packs are older. The vintage ones are a little bit different in the way that the knurling on the caps was done, and some of the ways that the font was engraved into the top, and the way that the Clippard name is printed on the base of the valve itself. So knowing that, I've been kind of wanting to get at least one vintage 701 to put on my 84 pack that I have in progress. I was kind of hoping that this one that I just received last Monday or Tuesday, can't remember which, would actually be a vintage one. When I pulled it out, it didn't have a cap on it. No knob on the top. But when I did start looking at it, I don't know if you can see, the engraving on it is kind of that vintage look. So this is an older valve, and I don't know if you can see the way that it says Clippard right there by my finger on the base. The lighting's not great, sorry. But yeah, this is a vintage valve. This is something I've been looking for, and I was bummed to only get, everything but the cap. So I reached back out to the seller and sent him some pictures and said, kind of like my suit, said, hey, I got everything but the cap on this. What gives? Something you can check on for me. And he sent me a message the next day and said, hey, we sent you a new cap. So I said, great. And that was a week ago, and it still hasn't shown up. So I sent him a message yesterday and said, hey, I'm afraid it might have been lost. Can you check on it for me? And that's where we're at on that one. So hopefully that'll show up. I told him I would be happy to buy another 701 valve from him if he has one come up, and he doesn't have any in stock now, but now that I know that he runs across the vintage ones, he might be a good resource for that kind of thing. Just hoping that I'm able to complete that one. So that's about all I have to ramble about today. I appreciate it, again, you making it this far into the video. And we do have a lot more still to talk about here on the channel. I still need to go back and review those Ghostbusters Afterlife predictions and questions that I had. That's on the docket. That's something I want to talk about as we've already seen the movie. I'm 4 times into it. I'd like to see it at least one more time before it's not in theaters anymore. And so I do have plans to continue talking about Afterlife. And we'll have other things prop related coming up as well. But I just wanted to cover a few of those things. I've been a little under the weather lately, and wanted to make these videos a few days ago, but really didn't feel like it. So I'm glad I feel better now, and sorry for having to cram them all into one video for you today. But again, I appreciate it. Go back and check out some of those older videos. That'll help me out and let people know about the channel. And let's continue to grow it and have more Ghostbusters goodness to talk about. So thanks a lot. Have a good day. I'll see you in the next video.